Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So first and foremost, when we look at QNT on the price chart, it looks like we are coiling up for the next major move here. We have been trading against a few support and resistance zones on QNT. This has been one of the strongest altcoins that I've ever seen in this market, honestly. The recent moves on Bitcoin and even Ethereum compared to what QNT has been doing is truly remarkable. We have been trading against resistance though, and we have been trading against this since we broke down back in August. You guys can pretty much see it on that blue line there, which is sitting at about almost $109 currently. We just tapped it a few times. The more times that we do tap that, the weaker that it does get. Now the issue with this is that we still are ranging on support, so we are watching to see if we do break down below a few support zones. The last major support zone that I do see before we do come down and test some nice lows below $90 would be this, sort of line at $97.80, so almost $98. That's the major one to watch for. The level that we need to break out of is that like $110 range, but we need to actually make some nice highs when we do break out of it. Honestly, retesting that $133 level that we did hit back in August would be huge for anybody who is holding QNT. And I have been averaging in. I just recently bought 10 at $100. I will continue to buy QNT at or under $100 just simply because I see the longevity in regards to this investment. Very similar to Ethereum and even Bitcoin when they were both trading at $100. Ethereum did go from $100 to about $5,000. And we do know that Bitcoin from $100 went to multiple figures of $10,000 plus dollars, which is incredible to say the least. But when we look at QNT fundamentally and also even tokenomic wise, it is a lot more efficient than Bitcoin, than Ethereum. That is why I say like the future around QNT is truly bright. Now, with all of that in mind, we do have an event to look forward to. Quant will be speaking at QuarterCon on September 27th, so about 1 week from today. And we do see our founder and CEO, Gilbert Verdian, will be speaking at QuarterCon next week. Established financial institutions are investing in the digital transformation of financial services by blockchain. And yes, in this document, we actually do see that 1/3, by the way, of 148 financial institutions are already utilizing a blockchain-based service already, which is crazy. Now, this document talks about tokenization. It also talks about digitization and all that kind of stuff, which is truly remarkable to say the least, because those are two major areas of focus that we have been focused on simply because of the benefits that they do offer, as well as the amount of money that they are disrupting. And we have been looking at DLT as well. DLT is all over the place now within a lot of documents from the World Economic Forum, the IMF, etc. DLT is essentially this entire market, but the ones that I've been focused on are the DLTs that are extremely efficient, that are extremely, I would say ahead of time in regards to technology. They're the ones that do provide a lot of the value. The ones that I do talk about a lot are like the XRP Ledger, Hedera, so many other ones as well. But yeah, we have been focused on a lot of things, and there is a few questions here that will come up in this overall meeting. You guys can see them there. You can pause the video and look at these. A lot of huge players will be at this conference. BCB Group, Quant will be there, R3, and then, of course, 6 Digital Exchange, which I don't know if you guys do remember from the original QNT videos that I was doing, but there's a lot of connections to 6 Digital Exchange, and they are a very, very large name. We have been focused on them for a while. I'm very excited for this, and also look at where this is taking place. It is taking place in London. Like I said, UK is 100% ready. They're here, they're focused, they want to make sure that they are ahead of the tech curve. I'm very excited for this, and also this is all talking about how we could bridge traditional finance and DeFi as well, which takes me back to Alliance Block. Alliance Block seamlessly, brings DeFi and traditional finance together. The best one on here is the Quant partnership, which does provide an insight on the fact that Overledger is providing them this tech stack around interoperability, allowing them to not only work within the multi-chain area with token swaps, but they also do provide a little bit of an insight on the fact that it will help them work with, DeFi and CeFi, which is very exciting. And honestly, when we really kind of look at what Quant is doing in regards to their power and potential, It really is connecting everything, and I'm very excited for this. Also, in yesterday's video, because this is talking about tokenization and digitization, I just made a video on XRP where we were talking about tokenization and how they were, basically predicting that by 2030, 10% of the GDP will be tokenized. In my opinion, the $16 trillion amount of money here is just barely scratching the surface in regards to tokenization. I brought up the World Economic Forum PDF, which does talk about how, by 2025, which as you guys do see up here, by 2025, a 57.9% chance of of GDP, 10% of the GDP, will be stored on blockchain technology, aka being tokenized by blockchain technology. Like I said, everything will happen, faster than they expect. In my opinion, by 2027, within the 3 to 5 year time frame, QNT is going to look extremely different. This entire market is going to look extremely different. I mean, just compare it to 2017 and 2018. I don't know if you guys were here during those time frames, but just compare the market back to that time frame. It is night and day. The difference here in regards to the adoption cycle, the technology curve, everything that is happening at this current moment in time, everything has been streamlined. You look at CBDCs, you look at regulatory, talks, discussions. Things are happening so fast in this market day in and day out. This is why I say, you need to be a part of crypto, because if you're not, you're missing out on one of the biggest digital transformations of our lifetime. And also, shout out to Greg Lunt. We do see over here, sorry, I was not, set up on that, but here we have it. Did you know in the past 6 months, MEXC Group has partnered with / acquired or launched major point-of-sale systems in Italy, Germany, Denmark, Ireland, Croatia, and even Greece? This is huge. A truly dominant force in EU pay tech. No wonder Microsoft and ECB have jumped on board. MEXC uses Quant. And I do believe that QNT is the powerhouse behind MEXC. I think that they will be connecting a lot of their major clients to one. Remember what I said about the domino effect from some of these partnerships? It will connect QNT to 10, 100, 1,000, multiple, massive clients around the world. And all of those will domino effect as well. This is why we do mention Oracle. Oracle is such a huge giant around, cloud computing and things like that. Oracle is the main player. They are already connected to QNT as well. Pay attention to the connections here. And like I said, when we look at MEXC, I always said since day one that you need to look at the size of MEXC themselves, and they are huge overseas, especially in the EU area. And we do see these are some of the major updates from May, June. Over here we do see March, April, and even July as well. And these are major names in the Ireland area. It's literally global connections at this point. The global disruption that Quant will bring is truly remarkable. I'm very excited. If you are a QNT holder, this should excite you as well. And also, over here from Son NL11, he is making a little bit of a joke here, kind of mocking the XRP community, saying flip that switch 10K overnight. In my opinion, I don't believe that we will see 10K overnight. This was found by 3Toe Sloth 1. But we do see, Oracle is trying to flip the switch from consulting-led enterprise blockchain to pre-assembled plug-and-play enterprise blockchain. To date, too many projects have been consultant-led, lengthy, and costly. Oracle sees blockchain as an infrastructure platform component that should be easy to access and utilize. This approach should enable developers to quickly build and provision everything from complex smart contracts to basic records management. And I will say this, although this is a little bit of a joke, I do believe that the flip the switch event around Quant will happen. I think that that's going to happen in phases, though. I think that it will start with Oracle, MEXC. Most of these use cases are already live. For the most part, Overledger is already kind of being utilized on a day-to-day basis. This is also why I say that QNT is extremely strong. I do believe that it does come down to the idea of utility as well. I think utility does matter for the most part, especially in regards to these tokens performing very well opposed to Bitcoin or even Ethereum. But also, with a lot of these major events happening around Quant, I do believe that there's going to be that major event that does skyrocket the, token price. Is it going to go to 10K? We don't know. Nobody knows exactly where QNT is gonna go. I think that the potential around QNT and Quant is truly limitless. I've always said that you need to pay attention to what they are already kind of doing and what they have been doing in the past, the connections that they have in the past as well to major banking entities. The UK is 100% ready, and they are a giant name in that area as well. And I'm very excited for the future around this. Also, I just want to share with you guys one last tweet, and this is from Just a Tech Guy. We do see here one API protocol to interconnect them all. And we do see the top 10 technologies used by the top 100 institutions. You do see all of them. I just recently had a video that kind of mentioned all of these. More than 80% of the top 100 public companies already are utilizing blockchain. And then over here, we do see blockchain adoption stage of top institutions. We do see research, pilot, development, and in production. This goes from 16, 14, 24, and 27. A lot of these are major giants, as you guys do see. I love to see Oracle there as well. And then over here on this next slide, we do see DLT gateways. This is a focus on interoperability as well, cutting out that intermediary gateway, which is a very low secure way of actually transacting. That's why that gateway to gateway is a huge area. That's why the API gateway is such a massive innovation around technology. And on the next major slide, we do see you keep using that word, and this is talking about interoperability. They also do mention the fact that Interledger Protocol ILP, which is cryptographic conditions to ensure that they either both happen or neither. Yes, but this is not necessarily interoperability in my book. It is a connector. That's always why we say like ILP is not going to be the main player around this. The XRP community does believe so. In my opinion, I don't believe it. You know, when we actually look at the technological advancements of what Quant has done, I think that their API gateway is extremely efficient. I think that's, you know, years ahead of a lot of these major, you know, protocols or these if you will, technology stacks around interoperability. That's why when we do read down here, like to achieve true inter-platform interoperability, the likes of which I suspect some seek, would require developing the one API/protocol to roll them all and getting every platform to adopt that consistently. Even if we could, it would be years in the making. That's why I say what Quant has solved is one of the biggest technological advancements in history. Having that API/protocol, that one API/protocol to roll them all is a big deal. And they do mention an example up here. Can a chain code in Hyperledger Fabric call out to post a transaction on another blockchain such as Ethereum or Bitcoin? Of course. Now, do we need something like, you know, the Interledger Protocol, which they do kind of go on to mention this? Like, in interoperability wise, like, you know, yeah, you could have these transaction calls. But to be able to have, you know, interoperability between like Hyperledger Fabric, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and then like legacy networks, that's nearly impossible at this current moment in time unless you utilize QNT or Quant. Like, this is why I say like Overledger, you know, what they have done with Overledger is such a massive opportunity for anybody that wants to be a part of this revolution. This is why I focus on QNT. Like QNT, what they have solved is such a big deal. Like that 3-line of code, you know, fully live integration, that's a game changer. These big corporations don't want to spend, you know, time and money hiring IT guys to solve how to, you know, utilize the code base to implement it. No, having that 3-line of code, almost near instant, you know, integration, it's a massive opportunity. It's a huge gateway. It really is a huge gateway. Like, this is the gateway to crypto. And it's the gateway that will unlock trillions of dollars for not only these corporations, but also for crypto. This is why I say what Quant has solved is historically, you know, a massive opportunity for technology. It's a massive opportunity for crypto. Anyone not paying attention to what Quant has done and what QNT is going to miss out on a massive opportunity. And I know that I just said massive 100 times, but it truly is something very special. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As up to you all, have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.